Hello, welcome back to Ratropolis. Merchant, right? We just played General Leader Plus, I believe. Let's begin. The start of a new cycle. It's like the beginning of a new week. Kind of, except I don't ever notice what day of the week it is or like a correlation to which character we're playing because there's 8 characters and there's 7 days in a week, so it doesn't really work out. Anyway, how's it going? What's happening? It is Sunday, I believe. Yeah, it is Sunday. Father's Day today. Hopefully, or yesterday, I suppose. Hopefully you had a good one. Right, it's Monday now. It's actually Monday because I'm recording this on a Sunday. Monday. What's going on? You know, nothing. Surprise, still nothing. I guess the only thing even worth mentioning that's coming up for me is I will be at the end of this week, Friday night into Saturday. I mean, starting Saturday morning, midnight, Friday night. However you want to slice it, right? We've done the whole time discussion. What day is it? Many times, but I will be participating in a charity event through Slay the Spire. I'll be streaming 5 hours for a coronavirus relief charity. Pretty cool, right? Someone in the community put it on, invited me and a bunch of other big name Slay the Spire streamers. I know, like I don't want to like, oh, here's who's in the Discord but hasn't responded. I'm about to expose some people now. But it's like, you know, there's a lot of big names in the Slay the Spire community that are like, yeah, I'll be there. I know for sure. I'm a-okay talking about this one because he had it in his stream title earlier this week, but I know Celerity is doing it. And if you don't watch Slay the Spire on Twitch, you're probably going, what's this idiot talking about? Which, realistically, I wonder how big the overlap between Ratropolis on YouTube and Slay the Spire on Twitch is. It's an interesting question. Wonder how many of you watching this video have also watched some of the Slay the Spire Twitch streamers. I've watched a few, I've watched a good number of them, and I've, you know, hung out, not really said much in Twitch chats because of the crippling fear that I'm going to say something wrong and upset people sort of mentality, but, you know, I've hung out and I know, oh no, I don't want to take the Purificate cards. But okay, do I need to take the Purificate cards? We have nothing that makes me feel okay about taking the Expel Them from the City side of this event. Like, there's nothing I can find that makes me go, oh yeah. It's entirely, like, taking Expel Them from the City means that if I don't find something good in the next shop, we will die. Let's roll it. I feel good. I feel lucky. We could also, yeah, find this exact pickup right now, so Watchtower can help keep us alive. Very, very useful. But yeah, the charity thing's pretty exciting. It's my first charity event as a content creator. I have thought in the past, like, what if I did a charity thing, but I'm always landing on the same sort of situation where I'm just like, well, like, I could do this, but who would watch, right? Who would care? So, and I don't know, and then it's like, am I just doing it for clout? Like, am I just chasing clout? What's going on here? It's like, all in all, it's just like, it's a weird situation that I'm awkward about, much like most of these things. However, Cranberry, you may know of him at least. He did a charity streaming, he did like a little indie game pentathlon or something like that where he tried to win 5 different indie roguelikes in a row, and he ended up hitting his goal, and it was pretty cool. I hung out and watched that. So, you know, realistically, it's like, what's the worst that can happen? I don't raise money for charity, and then I'm like, oh, well, I would have, like, what's the bad outcome, I guess? Oh, that's a bad outcome. Although, you know, in this situation, getting David isn't so bad ahead of, yeah, a wave like this. Oh dear. Alright, looks like the watchtower might be going up on this side of the map after all. Oh god, this is a... Yeah, we're gonna be putting that watchtower right there. And we're gonna hope that I'm still alive in... Like, you know, I love to expand first, but I don't think we have the luxury of making that sort of a expansion happen. There's a very reasonable chance that this plague just kills me. However, that's alright. Ambush will help a lot. Especially ahead of this specific boss. I'm having to just burn through all my money though. Like, no real alternative. I just have to go through all of it. Hope the boss will die thanks to this ambush before it gets its shot off, which will hopefully lessen the impact. Because if that boss wipes out all my backliners, it's doomed. But with our backliners in position, we should be able to at least skate by here. Unfortunate that I had to put this watchtower down here, but, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do to survive. Sniper, I'm sorry. I don't like you anymore. Relationship with Sniper ended. Although, I mean, we do need something. The forest is a better map for the Sniper. Getting him this early, maybe we could get a critical mass out. I've just had him on the coast and lost so many times that I don't know if I want to take him. I don't want to take him. I do know. Upgrading ambush would give me an upgraded ambush. What do I do with that? Well, stay tuned next episode for when I figure that out. The actual answer is I'm pretty sure it one-shots bosses, but like, you know, not necessarily what I want to be doing. They're really hammering this left side here. Every single wave as well as all of the plague hits have been on this side, and that is not optimal. I think this David pickup is actually going to keep me in this run, right? The random advisor pickup, I didn't necessarily think it through too hard, but like it looks like the David is going to keep us alive here. Because the David is stunning. I'm gonna need to be quick on the repairs here. Oh, please let me get this repair off. Oh, it's a disaster. It's not a disaster. All in all, that wall breaking then is probably as strong as we can hope for. But he's stunning and keeping our backliners alive much better. Plus the ambush, like we're barely skating by here. This side, I think the plague is almost over, right? The mist is clearing. You can see it, it's actually clearing. We survived the plague. Ladies and gentlemen, we lived. I don't believe it. And we landed a breed. How nice is that? Our income, of course, is looking a little bit cursed, but like we're alive, which I wasn't 100% on. I was pretty sure, I had a strong feeling in the opposite direction of survival here. Now, unfortunately everyone is dead on the right side and we have no money, but that's small details. We're hanging on just by a thread. I guess I should move these guys up. Putting this wall down was probably bad. Because now I don't have that watchtower to help them, and that watchtower is doing a lot of the heavy lifting. This is another one of those runs that's just going to take a lot of focus from me, I suppose, which I don't mind. We're giving it our all. I'm gonna do everything in my power to keep this run standing here. But this is not the most strong of starts, to say the least. Fuck, I had, like, my boss chest gave me upgraded guards. That's where we're at in this run. How's this run going? Well, I upgraded guards from my boss chest. So, you know, you can kind of answer the how's it's going for yourself. We really need money. Battlecry can also potentially dig us out of this one. A little more damage output maybe saves a few units. Maybe we can sneak away from this one alive. I don't know. I'm kind of grasping at straws here. We're really just... Where is my ambush? Oh dear. Guess we battlecry this side and we hope we hit ambush ahead of this entire wave dying. You know what? Yeah, run. Left side lived. If I stayed over here, these spitters just wipe my entire backline and then the wall, and then it's just a mess. So run, buy ourselves a little more time. We buy ourselves about enough time to hopefully land a second ambush or a battle cry, or, and sometimes, both. Now, if these guys would not walk out from behind the wall, that would be good, but we lived. If you can believe it. we lived. I think that there's a lot of worlds where we do not live through that. So I'm very, very glad to see a survival there. We bought ourselves a little more time to hit one of the cards that will win us the run. This tax office is silently, like, in the background, just carrying. Ratropolis, these runs they've been a little more intense, I gotta tell you. The series is kind of, I've noticed, right? Don't think I haven't noticed the state of the YouTube. Of course, I keep my eyes on the views. Ratropolis is starting to, it's not really starting to dwindle in views per se, right? People are still watching, people are still commenting. I read and respond to most of, if not all, the comments. But Monster Train is doing roughly 4 times better. What does this mean for me? Not much. I'm still gonna make Ratropolis. It's like I said it in the beginning. I'm gonna make Ratropolis because I enjoy it. I started it out, my initial like, hey, maybe I should make Ratropolis came from a moment of like, oh, there's like a market for this, but also I wanted to do it. I've been like, oh, I want to start a YouTube series. Hey, how many upgraded cards do I have? 1? 2? No, 1, because I took 1 upgrade. Relic does not cut it. We have some cards to remove first, unfortunately for Relic. But I'll be making these videos because I enjoy them, not so much because they are doing well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, there's too many cards in this deck, but I need them, right? We can't really be removing much here. All of these cards are like essential. Yeah, we're just gonna make money here. I make these Ratropolis videos because I like them. I like making them, I like playing this game. I have been thinking about adding more Monster Train to the YouTube though. But probably the time that I would spend recording a second episode of Monster Train would be better spent exporting interesting runs from the stream. That's what I should be doing more of, but for some reason I'm lazy about it. But no, Monster Train's going well. Stream's going well. Having a good time with it. I mean, that's the update to Monster Train, right? I don't necessarily feel like I need to talk too much about Monster Train during Ratropolis. I've been feeling a little frustrated with it again. Been having a lot of runs lately that I go, oh, I feel like I should have won that, and then I lose the run anyway, just to like, oh, well, all of the decisions I make with the information I had at the time were correct, however, I lost. The mechanic that really kills me in that game is the randomly you lose. So, there's a mechanic where you lose space on one of your floors, meaning you get to play less units on one of the floors every combat, and that's decided randomly. Okay, right, sure, fine, makes sense. But the thing is, a lot of times I've had runs that I'm like, oh, I really, really need this unit to be able to be played on this floor. Like, this combo of units needs to be played on this floor consistently. And then it ends up being like, okay, do I take an upgrade to allow me to have more space in my runs so that basically, am I able to ensure myself from the RNG, or is my plan, just roll well, right? I guess a close parallel would be like, you know, the Plague event in this game hitting at the wrong timing. Hello, Plague event hitting at the wrong timing in this run. And then you go, it's objectively worse for me to, like, if I can just survive, it's better for me to not take the Purificate cards, but how do I survive? I guess we're gonna roll on hitting a Watchtower. Like, that's the closest parallel I could give to Ratropolis if you have not played Monster Train. It's frustrating, right? It's the same way that I get frustrated with Ratropolis from time to time because of hitting that wall of, oh, well, could I have played this better? Yeah, but at the time I feel like all the decisions I made were correct. It's just unfortunate that it worked out this way. I think that a slightly different order of events and we come out of this one alive and happy. And you know, for every run that ends with me going, well, just rolled poorly, there's plenty of runs that also end with me going, okay, we rolled well and I won. So it's a double-edged sword to complain about it, I suppose. Randomness in video games is a tough one in general because it's what keeps the games fun, but it also often leads to some of the most frustrating things that can happen to you. Drawing the wrong cards at the wrong time in Ratropolis and dying, for example, or all of those pure negative events that occasionally just hit and kill you. Is, you know, it's a double-edged sword. It keeps the game fun and replayable, but it also makes the game rage-inducing when things don't go your way. And you start to wonder if the randomness is truly random or if this is just the game targeting you. Which of course it is random, it's just bad luck, it's standard variance, I believe, in the random number generator. I don't really believe in, oh well, I'm just innately lucky today, haha. You know, it's just like, whatever. Bad luck, good luck, it's just variance. I've done my luck discussion though many times. Slot machines, blackjack, whatever your gambling vice is, it's all just luck. There's no like, oh, I'm hot today, oh, I'm cold today. It's not real. I'm probably like, I gotta be on the list of like most boring people to talk to about things like this, right? Because if you're like, oh, if you're the superstitious type, it must suck to talk to me. Because I'm just gonna be like, no, that's stupid. I won't call it stupid because there's like an implication there, even though it's not like the meaning behind the words that I'm saying. There's the implication of me saying, oh, that's stupid equals I'm calling you stupid, when in reality I just don't believe in that sort of a belief towards luck. Card upgrade, yeah, so basically we're gonna stick to Battle Cry. We're gonna Battle Cry our way through this run, it looks like. I think that thanks to hitting the raise tax, we have a line that leads to a victory here. Another raise tax. Druid is actually fine on this map. Taking a drink of water. I'm always a little hesitant of adding in units though, but Druid is a unit that I should probably just start picking more often when it's good, and currently it's good. I'm a little hesitant, of course, but it's good. We need to get our taxes raised up enough so that we don't have to worry about money anymore. Just real quick, just make sure that I play this out enough times and all that. Don't do anything else on the redraws. Just raise taxes and breed. We can focus on just setting these two things away more so than anything else right now, because like our army is fine. Throw in a battle cry or two and they will take it home here. We should be able to, this is an infinite without steal at least. I often have that steal anxiety where it's like, oh, how many runs have I taken steal in a row? Oh, geez. But, you know, at the end of the day, if I'm going for the wins, I'm going for the wins. And I've come to terms with that, and I'm going for the wins. Yeah, +9 is plenty, I think. We'll want a bigger base of units, but we can get that. The slinger can now be removed. Thank you for saving me when you did. Right, a lot of things went right to keep this run alive. I don't need the slums here. Slums will be bad because we're playing raise tax also. But yeah, Monster Train is fun. I feel, you know, it's often a situation I find myself in. I guess not too often. This is really the first time this has happened to me, but in content creation, I know that there's essentially two paths. There's being really good and really entertaining. And I feel like I'm stuck at somewhere right in between both of those options, where it's like, I play on the highest difficulty in Monster Train, and I win occasionally, but I'm not putting up like 10, 15 game win streaks or anything like that. And I don't want to say I never will. My best right now is 4, and I would love to get like to 5 or 6 even. But, you know, I would like to just win a lot of runs in a row. But for some reason I hit that block, and it's because I'm in that in-between, right? Because I've also, you know, crack jokes, talk with chat, all of that. And while doing that, I'm unable to really keep myself focused enough to put up a good show of the runs. And it just, I end up feeling like I'm somewhere stuck in between. And I know that if you're either really good or really entertaining and ahead of a new game, you'll see like really, really big amounts of growth, that it'll be meaningful and people will watch you for the long term. And I feel like I've just been hitting this wall in Monster Train where I'm just like, oh man, I'm almost there though. It's the thing, I'm almost there, and I probably just need to sit down and watch other people play this game a little more, and I could get there. Maybe that's what I'll do after I'm done recording this. I'm recording this pretty late because it is Father's Day. I did spend the day with my father, as the day would imply. Spent most of the early afternoon. It's like 8:30 right now. Not a super weird time for me to be recording this. I think I've recorded Ratropolis at almost every time of the day. Probably the exception to this is like, I haven't recorded at like 6 in the morning. I've come really close. There've been a lot of days where I've been like, oh man, I'm awake and I shouldn't be right now. I could just go record Ratropolis right now. I guess the latest is like 5 a.m., right? Because we had the night that Leader Plus for the Merchant came out, right? I just happened to still be awake when the update hit, and I recorded it up to like 5:30 a.m. or something crazy like that. Probably the latest I've ever recorded. But like, I don't think I've done any recordings at like 9, 10 a.m. You know, one day I'll finish the 24-hour cycle. I'll have a recording done at every time of the day. One day. This is a very strange run because despite having all of the money and population in the world, this is not a run you see very often. I have all the money, I have all the population, and we have like nothing else. Like our units suck. Our best option here is all these guards, and with enough population and money, we can just pump out like 10, 15 druids, 20 guards. Druid does struggle a little more on the forest, I think, but we will see, right? I don't really know how I feel about the forest druid. I suppose we will find out soon. With Battlecry, it's like, this is a run that I never get to a point where I just get to like stop playing cards and watch, which is one of my preferred outcomes of a run of Ratropolis, to be honest with you. Because I like to just be able to chill. Look at my hard work and go, yeah, we made it. And their damage output isn't that bad. With the druid, it looks like we'll be okay. Just respect the owl. Our damage output for bosses could be questionable, I suppose, but, you know, cross that bridge when we get there. Let's survive to some of the bosses before we start thinking about how we do against bosses. How about that? Which we're gonna get there with not necessarily capped money. I pointed this out in yesterday's episode, how you can't really cap your money with... Like, the way that General's bounty works is so strange in comparison to everything else in the game, I feel like, the way it works out. Because despite having raised taxes up to 1,000 for most of the game at this point, not most of the game, but like the last how many waves, we're still not even close, right? We're 80,000 gold away. It's interesting. Another barracks. What's that noise? I don't know what that noise is. I mean, you definitely can't hear it. It's just like a low hum. Or like, it kind of sounds like a singing bowl. You know, like someone dinged the edge of a singing bowl. That's what it sounds like a little bit. I have no idea where it would be coming from though. And also it's definitely not a singing bowl. Like how would someone have dinged a singing bowl like in the wall behind me? Oh my god, are there ghosts? Are there ghosts doing like Himalayan throat singing and dinging that singing bowl? I think that's where I've seen that before. I've seen a singing bowl used in something, but I don't know what. I just took a shot at it. Cause like that's the first thing that comes to my mind. I don't know why. But that's gonna be my final answer. Lock it in. Honestly, I think singing bowls are pretty sweet though. Like I like the sound of like a resonant, like I like that resonance sound. I've heard it in a few different places, right? When I was taking physics, we did stuff with tuning forks and got to see the the noises that tuning forks made, and that was fun. Oh, this could be bad. This is the turtle boss, and we are not... Oh, we might lose this. Huh. That's not great that this is the turtle. The turtle's gonna farm me. That's kind of crazy. We might just lose this. Straight up, huh? I might just lose this. I guess I should have picked that reinforce. If I had picked reinforce, this would be a free win now. My hubris. Because the half of my shots are gonna bounce, which means that it gets really strange. What if I just pivot into Mortar Rat? What if I just do a wave 23 Mortar Rat pivot? I have so much population. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's really weird, isn't it? Wouldn't that be really weird? But also, wouldn't that be really fun? Just throw out Mortar Rat and see what happens? Yeah, you know what? Let's see what happens. How bad could it be? How bad could it be? Oh man, I don't get to upgrade him because I clicked that event too fast. That's too bad. I would have really liked to have hit the upgrade onto him there. That's another one of those little nuanced things that you gotta learn. Alright, Mortar Rat. I'm gonna leave you with a guard of guards, and you're gonna win this round. So, how good is Mortar Rat? He's bad, but also he's not that bad. We're in maybe his best case. I have a ton of population, I have a ton of money. This is his time to shine. Or, these guys are gonna walk up to me here, and he is going to kill everyone. He's just gonna kill all of my guards. This is the alternative here. It is possible that he just kills everyone. He has not killed everyone. Great work, my man. And because these waves are longer, we can kind of like sneak in a little more time. There's no crab throwers to throw crabs on him to suicide himself. Like, maybe this could work out. I don't know. I don't really want to just sit here and go, are we gonna die because guards are gonna lose to the turtle? No, I'm taking life into my own hands here. Oh. Well, I guess we could also take Banner Rat. But at this point, I'm committed, goddammit. We're doing the Mortar Rat pivot, and you're gonna like it. This is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. We're done. Breed, you can go. We're gonna be at like 192 or something like that. It's 196, right? So we're at population cap. Basically. Alright. Population cap, the pivot into Mortar Rat. So we're gonna be pivoting one side at a time. The left side, or the right side is just gonna chill with what they have. Really wish I had taken that reinforce at this point that we saw. It's a card that I know is good, but I'm lazy and don't take. If anyone tells you you can't win the game without reinforce, they're wrong, because I do it. But they're also right that it is a great choice to win you runs, because it's a really strong card. Okay, look at how good they're doing over here, though. This is just, we're doing this because I need to pivot something for the boss. If it weren't for the turtle boss, I would feel a-okay with our position here. But due to turtle boss revelations, my new hit first-person shooter coming out soon, the turtle boss revelations, we will be doing a Mortar Rat pivot. 197 is our finishing population. What is this, 3 shipyards? What? The big thing about pivoting into Mortar Rat, by the way, one of the main deciding factors is that one of the ways the turtle kills you is by stacking up a ton of units, and Mortar Rat kills stacked up units. Right? That's the other side of this that I should point out for you. The good answer to why did I pivot here. Turtle does not like splash damage. Mortar Rat is splash damage. We'll see how this one pans out. This is definitely a shock plot twist from the normal run of Ratropolis, right? How often do these runs pivot like this? Usually, by floor 23, you know what you're doing. Floor 23. I've played too many Monster Train runs recently. God, I'm real scared that I'm just about to get wiped here though and lose. Oh no, the other mortars are firing. Oh Jesus. We're like one small amount of variance away from death, and it's so scary. I love it. It is truly, truly terrifying. It is incredibly fun, and I am so scared every second of it. Every time they launch a volley, I wonder if this is the end. Does death ride on its pale horse towards me today? Perhaps today is the day. Or perhaps not. I've scaled him up so that they won't all die from a single blast now. Well, the ones that I play won't die from a single blast now. I'd love to just watch. I guess I should just watch, because the left side is taking the bigger hit here. The harder wave. And I mean, they're kind of doing it. They're kind of doing it. I feel like this is, in essence, how the game is expected to be played, where you just, like, switch in. Like, you start out with, because this run started out with Slinger to get me through the early game. Then we took, like, a nice rare unit, and then I picked up a legendary unit to take us through the end game here. Every time, oh my god, do you see this volley on the... This just might be photos taken seconds before disaster. I will take Totem. Too bad this doesn't apply to my own damage. It's okay, none of my mortar rats die. I saw it too. I saw death approaching. Holy shit. These runs, they're not good for the heart. They're very scary. They're also very fun. Who doesn't like watching 50 population of units evaporate in one volley? I sure do. You can tell from the one I take execute on the general. It's like the friendly units firing, their variance seems to hit your own units too much, right? I need to, like, get these guys to leave. They have too much range. It's also like the little walk cycle that your units do occasionally puts them a little closer to the front wall. Or to the front of the wall, I should say. Leading to occasional whiffs. Where they just get smacked. It's so scary. I'm so scared. This wave's 14-136, 14-136. Okay, wave 29 is the same difficulty on either side. Funeral. Could make a good case for funeral. Too bad that card isn't in general. I'd love to use that after executing an entire, like, swath of my own population. Are we gonna live? I don't actually have any idea at this point. I think we will survive, but also the turtle might just walk up to me and then my mortars might just kill themselves, right? It's really close. It's hard to tell. It's entirely possible that this turtle just watches my mortars kill themselves. Alright, so we're stacking every boy up. Everyone, all hands on deck. This wall did break. I think we'll win this, but, you know. You know. You know. I'm just gonna power out all the mortar rats I can at this point. They are so slow. Look at how unbelievably slow they are. I hope that they all get in position at the same time so we get that one nice, big, satisfying volley. I think we're gonna be just a little off. Yeah, we are. How much damage you do? It's not bad. Like I said, the big thing about it, right? They are going to, like, the summons are where you kind of start to feel fear against the turtle. They're gonna stop the summons dead in their tracks. He summons what? He summons 4, huh? Alright, guards, get him. Oh, he's healing. Good luck hiding in your shell from the nuclear missiles we're firing at you. The rockets we're launching. Alright. Cool. Oh, he double spawned. Look at this guy. Hey, we did it. Look at that. The mortar rat pivot turned out to be pivotal to our success. And these 2 guards live to see retirement. Incredible. What a fun run. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, leave me a like. Subscribe if you want to see more. I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.